Hey guys, welcome back to Selena Thinking Out Loud. I hope you are well. Today we're going to be installing this Honeywell home non-programmable thermostat. I'm looking for something just nice and easy, straightforward. This one actually has a heat-cool auto change, so it'll automatically go from heat and cool depending on the temperature of your room. It's compatible with most systems and it has a large backlit display. So let's go ahead and pop this box open and see what you get inside. All right, so here is the actual unit. Oh, and it looks like on the back here, you're gonna need 2 AA batteries. Give you some informational documentation. Depending on how your thermostat is set up, you would wanna label your wiring. And it says apply these wiring labels to each wire with the appropriate terminal destination as you remove it from the existing thermostat, which I will show you my thermostat, which was very basic and simple. It coordinates actually with the color of the wire in my thermostat. So my installation can be pretty simple. Okay, and then we have this here, this off. And here looks like the wall plate. So this is what's going to be put on the wall first. And then you have the the thermostat attaches to this. Okay. Then we have, the mounting screws and everything. And here is the information guide, installation guide, quick installation guide. So it tells you what tools you should look to have. So Phillips screwdriver, small flathead screwdriver, pencil level, wire strippers, needle nose pliers, drill, and drill bits. So since mine has already pretty much had a thermostat before, may not need all of that, but good to know. So we're going to start from step 1 and get this installed. Okay, so I went ahead and removed my old thermostat a couple days ago, and I just made a note of what the wires were. So like I said, the color of my wires actually correspond with this thermostat. So like I said, I have a basic setup. So the yellow is going to go with the yellow wire. We have the green here. We have the red here. Now they said if you have a jumper wire, some thermostats have jumpers. As you can see here, I'm just working with one red wire. So I would just put mine in this red grayed out one here. And then I have a white wire that's going the white one. So this is very simple for me. I did use those labels to label each wire as well to show you guys what I meant. But what they do recommend, if you've never replaced your thermostat before and you're going with something new or different, is to take a picture of your old thermostat while it's still connected and make sure that the colors that you see is actually going into whichever indicator is on your new thermostat. Okay, so I knew mine was straightforward, so I didn't have to take a picture and do that. But they do recommend that if you're trying to transition to a new thermostat or you have a setup that was done before you got there and the color of the wires may not correspond with what you see here. All right, next I went ahead and drew with a pencil my marks that I'm going to make the holes so I can mount this onto this wall. Now this is a plate on the wall right now, so I don't need the wall anchors. I'm just going to go ahead and make the holes big enough for the actual screws to go into where I want them to go. One right here, and here, because this already is a plate, so I don't need an anchor, a wall anchor in my situation, in my case. But you will need to drill to the size of the wall anchors. Well, in my package, I had the yellow ones, and they say if you have the yellow ones, you need a 3/16 drill bit, and then you would just drill the hole as big as your wall mount, pop that in, and then go ahead and screw this in with that, and with the screws provided. And they recommend using the screws provided as well. Okay, so I ran into a little roadblock, but the solution was quick and easy, and it still worked out for me. Like I said, I didn't need the wall anchors, so I was able to screw right into this plate, and it's nice and tug and secure. But this screw wouldn't let me drill in here, wouldn't even let me go through the wall, so it's probably double plated in there. So that's fine. So I was able to still get through the wall down here, and this is not going anywhere. So we're on to the next step. Now, the next step is to just apply your wiring to the correct corresponding color here. I'll put it in the upper corner here what they say each of these colors represent when it comes to your unit, just in case you want to know that for future. But I'm going to go ahead and you're going to press down on these little tabs here. And on the other side, it'll open up that hole where you see the white. It'll open up, that yellow. It'll open up, see it moving up and down there? It'll compress and open that door, that slot, so you can slide this in. And they recommend that each of these be about 1/4 inch long. So you want to make sure to use those wire cutters to take off some of the plastic if you have it too short, and go ahead and make sure you're at about 1/4 inch. All right, so now I've linked all the colors to the correct letter on the wall plate. Then it says just close the flap, just like that. And then it says on the instructions to go ahead and screw in your screws. But I went ahead and did that beforehand, and it just worked out best for me, but it's up to you. One more thing I wanted to point out, you see this blue wire here that they cut off previously. Now this is used if you don't have a battery powered thermostat. The last one that was here was battery powered. This one is batteries powered with AA batteries. So, but if you didn't have a battery powered thermostat, you would need to use your wire cutters and open that up to about 1/4 inch wire and put it into the C. Okay. But in this case, this is battery powered, so I don't even need that wire at all. So I just pushed it in the back there. All right, next we're just going to install the batteries. These are 2 AA batteries. The way it's showing here, they should both face to your right here. I'm going to go ahead and put the final one in there. And they pop right in like that. And that's what you should see. Now what you're going to do is take these prongs here. You see these prongs, and they're going to go into these holes along the side, and it should snap in. So they said just push it and it should snap in there. So I'm going to line those up, prongs. Okay. And I'm going to push it in. Perfect. Next, I'm just going to take off this plastic film. Okay, looks great. And then it says go to your box, your breaker box or your box, and turn on the unit. And then we'll go ahead and you can just program the screen. So then they have here for setup, it tells you, you see the next button and you see also the edit button. So it says press the edit to change values or select the available options. Then press the next button, this plus sign button, to save changes and advance to the next system setup number. So it looks like on the next page, there's various setups that you have to go through. And it says these are options, but factory default in bold. It says 125 right there. And it says this is the temperature indication scale. So you're going to be either on Celsius or Fahrenheit, where they say they defaulted. And see, it says 0 here. So that means they defaulted it to Fahrenheit. Where I am, we go by Fahrenheit. They also defaulted this at 200. Once you press the next button, you'll go to this indicator heating system type. We're doing conventional forced air heat. So we don't have a heat pump or broiler and things like that. Then the next option is 205. These numbers will show up right here where that 125 is when you press the next button to save. And then if you want to change the heating equipment type, it's defaulted to heat efficiency gas forced air. Now, if you have electric forced air, which I have electric, so I would change that to number 4, okay? And then 218, reversing valve OB. Now it says OB in cool. And then it says here, this option is only displayed if the heat pump is configured. Select whether reversing valve OB should be energized in cool or in heat, okay? Then you're gonna continue to go through all of these options. And as you can see, this is what it's defaulted as, and you can change it to the alternative option, but also remembering to click the next, that cross, that plus sign there, and that will save your settings. Okay, and it says once you have cycled through all of the setup numbers, press done. Okay, so you'll have a done that'll pop up in the center here when you've gone through all of the settings, and then press done to save and exit the home screen. Okay, and then your setup will be complete and your thermostat will be set up. So I'm going to show you one example so you'll even know more. So I had 125 here. I set it, kept it at 0, which is Fahrenheit. Then I pressed the next button. Then it took me to the next setting, which is 200 equals heating system type. And we're going to use the conventional forced air heat. That's the default manufacturer's setting, which is number 1. So we can leave that there. If you wanted to change this, you just press the edit button. And then you follow your booklet and it'll tell you which setting to go to. Okay, it has 1, 2, 3, and 5. Okay, none. Now we're going to keep it at number 1. Then we're going to go to next. Then you see how it changes to the next setting. 205 is heating equipment type. We're going to do electric forced air. So I'm going to go to number 4. Correct. Then we're going to go next. Then it takes me to 220, which is cool stages and compressor stages. So we're just going to leave that as default. And I'm just continue to press next and go through all of these settings. Another point for you to know is I'm at the very last option down here where it says system changeover. Now I said on this thermostat can turn on, change from heat to cool depending on your room. It'll do it automatically for you. So if you want that, you can turn on this automatic system mode by going to the 300, which I'm on, and your option should be number 1 where it says automatic. So I would turn this to 1 because I want the system to switch me over from cool to warm when it's time. Or if you want to manually control your own heating and cooling, which I like to do, I would keep it at the 0, and then that is going to be manual. Okay, now you see I'm at the bottom where it says setup complete. So all I'm going to do where it says done here, I'm going to press this done button and we are set. Okay, and it's saying inside here right now is 82 degrees. Does not feel like that, but that's what they say. And it's on fan is on auto as well. I just wanted to cover some of the other little alerts that you might see. These are some of the alert codes that they also provide that you'll see on the face of your thermostat. It says internal memory error. That's a memory of the thermostat has encountered an error. So please replace your thermostat temperature sensor error. And so it says, please replace your thermostat. If you see these codes come up where I talked about the 125 and all that to set up your thermostat, it says low battery, lets you know when your battery is low. That's pretty cool. The battery is getting low, replaced within 2 months. So you'll start to see that code. So you know you have to replace your batteries. Critical low battery, you'll see code 407 pop up in the screen. So that's nice as well. And one more good thing to do is, since you do have all of these options that you're following on the screen that I showed you, you want to keep this booklet handy. So I normally put these in my files with all of my pamphlets or instruction manuals that I have to keep that has specific things like this. So this is one that you want to keep so you know what settings are defaulted by the manufacturer and which you change to and what you want to change from. Because the screen doesn't show you 0 equals manual, it just shows the numbers. So it might be good to keep this for later referencing. If you are going to be using this manually like me, we see where it says menu. You want to press that. I press it twice so that you can see mode, done, and fan. You can switch fan from auto to on, just like that. I always put it on auto and just press done and you're finished. To go back into the settings to switch from heat on to cool on or off, just double press, single press or double press. Sometimes it seems like it's double press that or single press that to get to this 3 mode. But after you do that, I'm going to press it again to get it back. See, I'm going to have to do double, see? And then mode, you're going to switch it to off, heat, And if you want to do heat, set your heat, press done, right? And see how it switched. The thing just switched. I heard it switch, but you can increase it to whatever temperature you want the heat, okay? But I just want to keep it at 72 for now. And then I'm gonna go back to menu, I'm gonna go to mode, and I wanna switch it to cool. So I'm gonna press done. And then you can go up and down depending on how high you want it to go. Now they say that that cool on will blink off and on for 5 minutes to protect your compressor. So that's normal. And then it'll become solid after about 5 minutes, and then your AC will be on, okay? All right, guys, so that's a wrap with this. We got it all installed. I have it on cool right now. I'm trying to get this room down to about 72. But I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and review of this Honeywell non-programmable thermostat. It was straight and easy to install and operate, and I hope it helped you a little bit in that process. Okay, if you have any questions, or you're using this particular thermostat, let me know how you like it, how's it going in the comments below. Until the next video, take care of yourself, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.